What up, what up? Now, first off, let me thank you for the video response. I love all kinds of feedback, positive, negative, written, tape, whatever. Um, BJ Penn versus GSP. Um, sorry for me to really say this, without, just saying a whole bunch of stuff I already said, but those are some very good points, but the reality of it is BJ Penn is no, real sensible match for GSP. I commend BJ Penn over his last two fights. He's gained my respect. He's beat two great fighters, rather easily, and just really shown that at lightweight he is king. And I just really think that's where he belongs, just like GSP belongs at welterweight. A lot of people say he should move up, but I think welterweight suits him perfectly, and anything else would just be there'll just be much less fighters if they move up. The MMA is a much different, situation now than it was before. You can't have guys just moving back and forth. Sure, Anderson Silva was very successful in his forays in the light heavyweight. However, I believe he is more the exception than the rule. I'll talk more about that later, I guess. But as far as BJ Penn versus GSP, despite BJ Penn's multitude of athletic gifts, the flexibility, hand speed, the jiu-jitsu, and all this, that, the other, I just don't see a third fight ending any differently than it has before. Yes, BJ Penn has put a lot of work in. His cardio is a lot better. He's able to go to distance rather easily and just take guys out anytime he wants at lightweight. However, you talk about his improvement. That improvement was just like his improvement before the last GSP fight. He went down a division and started beating guys that weren't as good as GSP. I love Kenny Florian to death. That's like my favorite fighter outside of Rampage, but he's not as good as GSP, and I think Kenny Florian will say that to you straight. Same thing, like before. He lost to GSP the first time, then he lost to Matt Hughes. Then he went down to lightweight, beat Jens Pulver and Joe Daddy Stevenson and Sean Shirk. And suppose that was going to be that. Now he can beat GSP, who's been beating guys like Koscheck, destroyed Matt Hughes, destroyed John Fitch and Matt Serra, rather easily. I mean, just the level of competition that BJ Penn is fighting and GSP is fighting, the disparity is just way too big to and I think BJ Penn, like you said, he's a great fighter. He's very talented. And I think if he really put his mind to it, he'd be a rather good welterweight. However, he'll just be like the other guys at welterweight. As good as they are, they're just so many levels below the champion. And that was really proven in the last fight. And like I said, I don't really see anything differently from no dude that just really suggests that there be any different. As far as a catchweight fight, let me see. Where is GSP's around 190 right now? There's no way in hell he's gonna make lightweight. He'll probably have trouble making welterweight at this point. With his sights set on maybe a potential move to middleweight, which I don't think is a good idea. Like I said, there's not gonna be much. He'll probably make 169, 168 or something like that, but there's still not gonna be much of a difference. It's not gonna be much of a size difference for BJ Penn. He's still going to be fighting the same giant. He's still going to be in the same position, getting taken down and eating elbows and shots. Like I said, man, you BJ Penn fans, you're a plucky bunch. I love it, but still, the reality is GSP is a better fighter than BJ Penn. Despite the athletic gifts, despite the flexibility and all that stuff, GSP is just better, and he proved it twice already. And despite the work that he's been putting in, despite the work that BJ's put in since that loss, GSP has always been the harder worker. He's always been, improving his skill sets, just far faster than anybody else probably in the sport. Like I said, he works harder. He's always been, as hard as BJ's working, GSP's been working harder for a lot longer. He's still evolving. I mean, he's traveling all over the world, working on his skill sets. And plus, BJ Penn, he has too much stuff, going on. I mean, he's got that big-ass website. He's got a family. He's got his own gym to run. And there's too many things on his table. He's not, if he would have started this, regimen after the first, GSP fight, then this would be a very good fight. Who knows? Maybe even the second fight would have been different if he would have, put in the dedication he's putting in now. But right now, it's too late. GSP is still in his 20s. BJ Penn, he's hitting his prime, but, he's probably only got a couple more years left. But, he's still a level below. And I just don't really see a third fight making sense. BJ Penn at lightweight, I think this guy can really cement his legacy as one of the greatest fighters of all time. His dominance at that particular division has just really been impressive, and it's like I look forward to his next fight. The guy really brings it. It's a fight. He really brings it as a promoter, but MMA is different now. Guys can't just jump back and forth. It's like and even with BJ Penn and the UFC, he's won a single fight at welterweight. It was a great moment, big time. He really beat him. He really beat when Matt Hughes with that rear naked choke. It was a great moment. However, since then, he's lost to GSP. He's lost to Matt Hughes in the rematch, and he just got destroyed by GSP again. Like I say, he could probably be a very good welterweight if he just really put some time into working in the division. But this whole beating GSP thing is a pipe dream that I think a lot of people really need to let go and just move on with their lives. In any case, like I said, I appreciate the feedback, appreciate everything, and I'll hit y'all up with some more stuff later. Holla.